Anchors away. We are aboard the good ship Tailwind for the first time this season. And the Port Innsmouth Armada facing their greatest task against the Death Valley Dinomen. Antoine Goldstein, the tip of the spear. What more need be said about this man? Laverne Waugh, part of that linebacking core that is going to be essential in keeping him contained today. And for the first time this season, the Death Valley Dinomen take the field. Their VTFL title defense starts right here and right now. We'll see if they have what it takes to get the job done against the young hotshots of the VTFL. Welcome home to the Port Innsmouth Armada. Coming off of a huge win against the Sea Raptors last week. We'll see if they can continue to pour on the pressure where they need to. And they will receive the first half kickoff. Dinomen will receive in the second. Lopez on the kick. Espinosa on the return. We are anchors away in the VTFL main event of week 2. Espinosa starts the return, looks outside. He's going to be wrestled down at the 32-yard line. And Hoke and his merry men begin their first drive on home turf. Out of the shotgun is Hoke. He will hand off to Philip Pena right out of the starting gate. Pena puts on a great spin, wrestled down by, I believe that was Richard Marcinkowski. It was indeed. 6-yard pickup. Hoke now moves under center. Quick shift back, looks for options, dials up over the top. What a catch from James Wolfe.
Yeah, James Wolfe, not the tallest guy out there, but goes up to get this one. A nice throw here from Hoke in a place where only his receiver can go get that ball.
Walter Newsom picks up the tackle immediately, and the Armada about a yard shy of midfield. 3 wide receivers now in the set. Pena the lone back. They will go to Philip Pena one more time. Pena puts a spin on, gets some blockers upfield. Timothy Carr makes the tackle.
Do you know much about Philip Pena? Do you know much about the scouting report for this guy?
All I know about him is he's definitely lighter than Colson, so we could probably expect to see a little more maneuverability. What a throw under pressure. Fearlessness from Courtney Hoke.
Yeah, Hoke standing in, takes a big hit there to drop that off underneath.
3rd down and 3 now for the Armada inside Dinomen territory. A drop back from the shotgun for Hoke. Rifle throw to Kendall Bauer, and Bauer gets the first down.
Back-to-back drag routes for Kendall Bauer result in success both times for this Armada offense.
Solid, and definitely some trouble wrangling that ball in, but he manages to do it. 1st and 10 now on the Dinomen 37. Armada will go to the I, 1 wide receiver to either side. Deep drop back from Hoke. Shifts, looks near sideline. Turning upfield is Wolfe, the tight end, getting all kinds of touches today.
Yeah, Wolfe looking sharp in this one. I like the deception in lining up in the I formation there and then looking to the outside.
Hoke now goes out of the shotgun here on 2nd and 1. It'll be another handoff, fake handoff to Philip Pena, and hitting on the drag again for Kendall Bauer.
Yeah, they've ran the drag for Bauer now 3 times, and he's run it out of a different position lineup each time. This one from all the way out near the right hash, and he finds a space underneath again for the first.
Armada offense looking solid to start this game off. They'll go back to the I here. Fresh set of downs on the Dinomen 26.5-yard line. This time they will hand off to Philip Pena. Pena finds some blocks inside. He'll get a handful of yards. Tim Carr on the tackle.
Yeah, Carr coming down from the safety position also. From the outside at the corner to make a nice tackle up the middle of the field.
2nd and 5, Dinomen load up the middle. It'll be a handoff here for Pena. Pena with a smart move to bounce outside. Great awareness from the rookie.
Yeah, really good vision there from Phil Pena. He sees the defense play out in front of him, decides he's not going to hit the gap. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Some good blocking on the outside there also. I think that was wide receiver Tyler Whipkey making a nice block to secure some space.
Absolutely. And Pena is looking, he's all arms and legs. He is deceptively quick as he hits the line here on this handoff. Gets another good chunk of yards here. Harold Earls making the tackle.
Yeah, deceptively quick, and he looks sizable in the backfield, too. A bit more presence back there.
Hoke now out of the shotgun. They'll go to Pena again. This time Pena goes nowhere fast. Roy Zambrano with the tackle for loss.
And Zambrano with a nice stop in the backfield. Read that one from the snap.
3rd and 10 now, I formation for the Armada. Dinomen looking off the edges. Pressure coming, and pressure comes in for Richard Perryman. Another tackle for loss, and a 3 and out for the Armada, having to go for a field goal here.
Yeah, a surprising play call on 3rd and 10.
Kick is up and on the way for Chrisman, and it's good. The Armada put the first points on the board and have burned about 7 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, really good time of possession control there, and finishing it with points. Can't ask for too much more than that.
Definitely not. 3-0 Armada is your current score. And for the first time today, the Dinomen will get possession of this ball. Matthew Tennell, once again on kick return duty, same as last season, wrestled down at the 26. And we will see if this offense has changed at all for the Dinomen. 2 wide receivers set. Winfrey under center, Goldstein the lone back. A drop back for Winfrey. Looks outside. Rifle shot to Antoine Goldstein. He's hitting him right out of the backfield. Jaime Ponza finally runs him down.
Goldstein showing impressive speed up the sideline here. Obviously very adept with the ball in his hands, but great catch, turning to pull it in, and then able to recover his footing and find some good speed to get out for a nice gain.
A huge pickup. They've moved it basically from 30 to 30. Now on the Armada 32-yard line. Dinomen will load up in the eye, and this time it'll be a handoff for Joel Klatt. This is the Dinomen offense we're used to seeing, and he'll get a big pickup for the fullback.
Yeah, Joel Klatt looking great already in this one, finding some nice space off to the right-hand side there for a sizable gain.
They'll stay in the eye will the Dinomen. 6-yard pickup here. 2nd and 4. Now they'll go to Goldstein. Goldstein hits the line with some speed and is able to pick up the first down. Solid work.
Yep, this is the Dinomen we know and love. This is the team that walked down the field and won the Oshie Bowl last year with this exact style.
No doubt about it. I formation, 2 wideouts in the set. It'll be a pitch outside for Goldstein. Goldstein picks up the block from Klatt, gets undercut by Wayne Roche. Smart play there.
Yeah, Roche stalking across the field, sees the block get picked up and is able to make a play that stops maybe another first down.
Absolutely. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Dinos on the Armada 16. Winfrey under pressure. No pressure at all. Robert Steckler, the big man, with a touchdown.
Wow, that was an absolute dart from George Winfrey there. Felt the pressure, stood in, off his back foot, finds the corner route. That's spectacular play.
Whoa. And all kinds of work here for the 283-pound tight end, Robert Steckler. He put on some mass in the offseason. Wanted him more of a blocking role, but it looks like he still kept the soft hands. Extra point is good from Lopez.
Porque no los dos. That's exactly what he said in the offseason. He's going to put the weight on, and he's going to develop that touch.
Phenomenal stuff, and that is just the last thing the Dinomen needed is another weapon on this offensive set. And now Michael Espinosa with a high step, and Espinosa's got room to run. He's getting run down on the outside, puts the stiff arm, and a counter punch, huge from the Armada.
Wow. I mean, a special teams touchdown is always such a treat, but we've seen 2 fantastic, gritty returns for touchdowns today.
Michael Espinosa, not to be underestimated, runs this one back for the score. Extra point attempt here from Kenneth Chrisman is good. Armada back in front, 10-7. On an 85-yard kickoff return from Michael Espinosa. And now Matthew Tennell running to the outside. Tennell gets hit right in the side, and he may have fallen awkwardly.
Yeah, he took an absolute stick there. I'm trying to see who that was that laid the hit on him, but it was a big one.
It was a nasty shot. Dinomen offense goes to work on the 25. The attrition again this season showing. And this is the first game out for the Dinos. Winfrey with time out of the backfield. A great play to the outside, and there's Antoine Goldstein again.
Yeah, Goldstein punishing teams in the flat is part of his expertise, and he uses that speed to great advantage to get open for this big play.
Incredible work there from Antoine Goldstein. A huge pickup of yards to boot, and the Dinomen now find themselves about 5.5 yards shy of midfield. And they'll go to Goldstein again. Goldstein ripped down by Laverne Waugh.
Wow, Laverne Waugh finding that space, easily able to get past the offensive line. Stop that one right in its tracks.
Dinomen will now go to the eye, a 2-yard loss on the play. Deep drop back for Winfrey. Winfrey doesn't feel the pressure coming. And a sack now for Laverne Waugh.
The speed that Laverne Waugh comes off the edge with, watch here, he just blows past. I mean, there's no chance Joel Klatt can even get there, and he's way closer to the quarterback from the get-go.
The explosive first step on Laverne Waugh is showing up here. Now the Dinomen will load up the front line out of the I formation. A play action from Winfrey. Has blocker, styles up middle of the field. Nyquan Murray makes his first catch.
Yeah, and wide receiver one showing up for George Winfrey there, making a big play down the field to preserve this drive.
Absolutely outstanding work from Nyquan Murray on this one. Oh boy. Now on the Armada 19, 3 wide receiver set for the Dinos. Winfrey under center, Goldstein the lone back. They will pitch to Goldstein. And look at the pickup on the outside here. Holy!
Wow. I mean, that was real speed out of the corner. Thomas Lett there to chase him down.
Oh, explosive first step, and he manages to run down one of the quicker running backs in the VTFL. And it'll be a 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 for the Dinos, backed up to the 24. Winfrey hands off to Goldstein, and Wayne Roche having absolutely none of it.
Yeah, a really nice stop there from Roche, plugging the hole and saying, no thanks, sit down.
End of quarter number 1. Armada holding on to a 3-point lead over Death Valley. A deep drop back from Winfrey. Shifts, follows his blocks, steps up in the pocket, nowhere to go. And Barry Alvarado.
Enough guys downfield. That's a tough one because they kept a lot of guys in to defend this blitz, and they almost defended the blitz, but nobody downfield won their matchups, and so it ended up just being this sort of waiting game, and no offensive line's going to be able to hold them off for that long.
Definitely not, and a great sack for Barry Alvarado. 4th and 20, going to have to go for a field goal try here. This will be from 45 yards out for Kenny Lopez. Nails it. We'll tie the game at 10 as we get started here in the second quarter.
I really like to see Death Valley use that play action like they did in that drive to make the big play down the field to Nyquan Murray. The play action in the run game really sets up that deep ball well, and if they can continue to execute that well, I think we'll see more touchdowns than field goals for this offense.
Absolutely agree. Field goal from Kenny Lopez is good. We're tied at 10. Kickoff is away. Michael Espinosa on the return. He's already had one kickoff return for a touchdown. Mark Hall not going to let him get another one.
Death Valley very familiar with the special teams coming into play in big moments, considering how they won the Oshie Bowl last year.
Definitely. That was a special teams slog, and now it'll be a handoff for Philip Pena. Pena disrespecting Walter Newsom. What in the world?
And he's still on his feet. Look, nobody could drag him down. That was 3 and 4 guys.
The kid has got some grit. And now they'll go out of a single backfield. Hoke with time lays one out. Great swat there.
Yeah, a really strong defensive play. Those sorts of passes, it looks like maybe a little bit of a misread by the wide receiver there, but lucky to not have that one picked off.
Yeah, no question. 2nd and 10 now for the Armada on their own 47. Drop back from Hoke, gets the throw away. That was immediate pressure in the backfield.
Yeah, wide receiver wasn't even looking for it yet. It looks like he was looking for Bauer again there maybe. Wasn't even prepared. That's how quick the defense got there.
3rd down and 10 for the Armada. Play action from Hoke. Hoke dials up near sideline, lofts one over the top, gets to, I believe that's Netherton, but either way, it'll be short of the line to gain. And James Clement and the punt team going to be brought out on this one. Clement will kick off to the right side, out of the reach of John Turco, and it will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Dinomen will move to their own 25. Going out of the I, one wide out either side of the formation. Winfrey will hand off for Klatt. Joel Klatt picks up a block and picks up a good chunk of yards.
Yeah, that explosiveness coming from the fullback position is just so rare, and watching a guy like Joel Klatt excel in this scheme is so fun.
A big 9-yard pickup here, courtesy of Joel Klatt. 2nd and 1 now. Almost an emergency screen throw from Winfrey out to Cole Cook, making his first catch as a Dino Man.
Yeah, I mean, I love this sort of back screen. I really want to see one of these work to great effect, but that's one of my favorite sorts of plays in all of football.
They'll bring a 3rd wide receiver into the formation. Single back, they'll hand off for Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein finds his lane, cuts back to the center of the field, and he'll get a big first down.
Going back to the old consistent play, which is put the ball in Goldstein's hands and watch him go to work. The sooner you get the ball in Goldstein's hands, the better off you are in general.
It is simple, but simply effective. 2 wideouts to the left here. Play action out of Winfrey. Steps up in the pocket, dials up, incomplete.
Yeah, a little bit inaccurate from Winfrey, and maybe he was feeling a bit of that pressure when he stepped up into the kind of teeth of that defensive front.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 here. 2 wideouts again left of the formation. A drop back from Winfrey over the top, and Robert Steckler's got another one. Look at the big man go.
Yeah, they're really using to great effect these sets with 2 tight ends, sort of making it give the appearance of that rundown, and then Steckler's just beating the linebacker pace for pace.
Impressive to see out of a dude that size. Wonderfully done. And they'll keep the formation the same. Will the Dinos now on the Armada 35-yard line. A deep drop back from Winfrey. Throws under pressure. Completes the check down for Nyquan Murray, who is just across the 30.
I said that Steckler last down was running from a linebacker, and that is not the case. That was cornerback Mario Lai that he was able to outpace there at 280 pounds.
Impressive work. Play action now for Winfrey. Winfrey dials up over the top for Goldstein for the first down. A little trickeration out of Death Valley.
Yeah, a bit of a fun play action right back to you sort of setup here. I like seeing this sort of short work for Goldstein. It really builds into his overall momentum over the course of the game.
And the formation again identical out of the Dino Men here. 1st and 10 now on the Armada 25. Play action again from Goldstein. Goldstein gets leveled by Wayne Roche.
Yeah, saw a similar hit from Roche on Goldstein a few minutes ago, and now we get to see it again where he just comes in and says, I think you should sit. I'm going to go ahead and sit you right down.
You keep playing the cute crap like that, and I'm going to make you pay for it. It appears to be Wayne Roche's mentality. And again, the formation on offense does not change. A short drop back for Winfrey. Looks like he's going to tuck, gets the throw away, completes it to Billy Breen.
That's the first time we've called Billy Breen's name today, and he was a staple in the offense last season as well.
Absolutely was. He was a standout for this Dino Men offense. And now they'll load up on the front lines. Will Death Valley. Winfrey throws under pressure. What a throw to the big man. Steckler's got 2.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I can't say that I would have anticipated Steckler to have the sort of day he's having, but he's lining up against corners and he's winning, and I love to see it, honestly.
Robert Steckler, you are too big to be moving like that. Not that the Dino Men are complaining. Extra point attempt coming here from Kenny Lopez is perfect. Dino Men now ahead 17-10.
I didn't have that on my bingo card. Sorry, I must need a new one.
Yeah, no. Clearly this one is malfunctioning. It'll be a little bit short on the kickoff. It'll still go to Espinosa, but he'll be stopped. And we've got a football question for Captain Zero. Did the NFL have a league consolidation similar to the NBA? Yes, they actually did. The AFL, the current day AFC, and look and see at Courtney Hope going for a run.
With some wheels on Courtney Hope there.
phenomenal running here from Captain Hoke, taking the ball in his own hands. But yes, the modern day AFC in the National Football League was at one point the AFL, the American Football League, which was in competition with the NFL for a time during the, like, what, the 60s, 70s? Like, mostly in the 60s?
Yeah, I think it was in the 60s. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the teams we know today, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Oakland Raiders, all of which were part. The New York Jets were also part of the old AFL. And a handoff here for Philip Pena. Again, the deceptiveness of his movement with this dude that is just all arms and legs.
There's something to be said for not knowing what sort of commodity stands in the backfield. You know, you and I have limited knowledge of Philip Pena, and I think that probably means Death Valley also has limited knowledge of what this guy's skill set is. Playing to their advantage so far.
And now they're going to run him outside and pick up a quick first down for Phil Pena. I'm impressed with this kid.
Yeah, looking really, really sharp in a sort of short notice capacity coming into the day.
They'll go 3 wide receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Hoke under center will pitch to Pena in the backfield. And Pena has got all day and half the night. My goodness.
Yeah, that hole was a mile wide. It was a really, really well-conceived play. Everybody did their job blocking to create this massive gap for Pena to go through untouched.
Oh, incredible work done here from the young gun in his first career start, going up against the defending champs. And he has been playing this first half like, do I look scared? I formation here on the 13. They'll go to Pena again, and number 13 is going to get stood up at the line. Solid play from Kyle Hansen.
They're really drawn from the well here. I'd like to see Hoke use a little play action maybe in this 2-minute warning stretch. See if they can score on something they can make a linebacker bite on.
We will see if they could do that. They'll go single back set here, double tight end set on the line. It will be a pitch outside for Pena, and Pena spinning out, and he'll go to the end zone. Welcome to the league, kid.
What a move. I mean, absolutely broke some ankles out there with this one. Phil Pena breaking out to the left side, doesn't have the blocking he needs downfield, and he says, I don't need it. I'm just going to make him miss.
Oh, man, absolutely outstanding. And that, I believe, on that one, that was that was Tim Mabry, one of the premier corners in the VTFL, and Philip Pena just absolutely discarded him.
Some of that agility at that length is the puzzling part. It's like you don't know what to expect when he starts moving. It's very interesting. It's
a phenomenal thing and very fitting for Port Innsmouth because this kid is like a color out of space. I don't know what I'm looking at.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's something unique, and it brings a different fold to this offense that I wasn't quite ready for this week.
Absolutely agree. And it looks like they've moved John Turco into that kickoff return position in place of Matthew Tennell. On the 26 will be play action from Winfrey. Winfrey dials up a bullet for Naquan Murray, not quite able to get there.
Yeah, threw it behind him a little bit, Murray, with a bit more speed, and it looks like maybe the ball came out just a touch late.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now for the Dinos. 2 wideouts left of the formation. Another play action from Winfrey. Winfrey is going to get wrestled down. Huge play off the outside.
Yeah, I mean, this is the same sort of play. They've gone to the play action well a couple times here. And that's just a really nice rush from Larry Higgins. Finding the space on the outside, using some of that speed to his advantage. Untouched, gets to the quarterback.
Phenomenal work here. Now 3rd down and about a mile for the Dinos. More pressure coming. Laverne Waugh gets another sack.
Laverne Waugh showing why he's the anchor for this defense today. Finding space off of the edge as a linebacker is not always easy to do. And the speed at which he is getting to the quarterback is outstanding.
Ballistic acceleration out of Laverne Waugh is going to force the Dinomen into another 3 and out. The new kids on the block showing no fear against the league's apex predators. Espinosa with a couple of spin moves.
Everybody's getting put in a spin cycle tonight. The Dinomen are their eyes are spinning around in their skulls.
It may not be raining, but everybody is getting put on tumble dry here today. 1st and 10 for the Armada on the Dinomen 48-yard line. Hoke steps back, tries to get a quick throw away for Whipkey. Dinomen defense wise.
Yeah, that interior defensive line getting a hand up. Smart defensive play from the linebacker there.
For sure, for sure. 2nd and 10 now for Port Innsmouth. They'll bring the fullback into the backfield here. 2 wideouts, 1 to each side of the formation. It'll be a pitch for Pena. Pena looking for a lane, and this time he's just going to get stood up. Walter Newsom goes and gets him.
Yeah, they were keen on the idea of the pitch there. It looked like they covered that particularly well in man defense.
And a no-huddle offense here for the Armada. What a spin from Netherton!
Everybody wants to try it. Everyone wants to see what that sauce feels like.
Oof. And there will be a punt away regardless for the Armada. It's going to take a bounce, and that's going to go out well inside the 10-yard line. Phenomenal punt there from Clement.
Yeah, the technical term for that sort of a punt is a coffin corner. You're trying to pin them down as far on their side as you can while not giving a chance to return.
Play action from Winfrey. Pressure coming. Throws on the run. Diving deflection from Mario Lai.
This is a great play on this football. This is the ball gets almost outside on him, and he's just able to get to it.
Phenomenal work, and it will be a 2nd and 10 for the Dinomen in the closing seconds of this first half. Dinomen go out of the eye. A pitch outside for Antoine Goldstein. There'll be some 31-on-31 violence there as the tackle is made. And that
really good open field tackling.
Phenomenal stuff, and that will be the end of the first half. Nelson Garcia making the tackle on that one, and we are tied at 17 apiece.
That's a really surprising rush yard number from Death Valley. I'm kind of shocked by the 24 yards coming out of the first half. Goldstein obviously very involved in the passing attack for the Dinomen here, but you expect a higher rushing number. This Armada defense up for the task, it appears.
The linebacking core for this Port Innsmouth Armada has been absolutely outstanding at containing the run.
And what a great half of football.
No doubt about it. That went by in a flash, and we're already in half number 2 as John Turco will start the return for the Dinos. And we'll see how the Dinomen respond here, see if they made any adjustments in halftime. They will load up everywhere. Only 1 wide receiver in the formation. It'll be a handoff for Goldstein. Goldstein with blockers left, right, and center, but can't find a lane.
A stacked box from the Armada there pays off. No play action to be found on this one. Able to stop Goldstein short.
2nd down and 8 now for the Dinos. A 2-yard pickup for Goldstein on the previous play. A short drop back from Winfrey, and a great throw across, and Cole Cook reels this one in.
Yeah, tough catch for Cook in traffic there, and he's able to pull it in for a short gain.
Cole Cook, the wide receiver that the Dinomen signed in the offseason, showing out as a pretty solid pickup here. Loaded up at the front again of the Dinos. Winfrey lofts one for Goldstein, and Goldstein reels it in.
That's a fantastic throw and catch. I mean, the touch on that pass to get it in between where the linebacker is and where the sideline is chef's kiss. That's a beautiful throw, over the shoulder grab from Goldstein there, looking like a wide receiver.
High art indeed. We are going to have to go to what may be our final commercial break. We will see you guys on the other side of these ads. 17 all here on the deck of the Tailwind. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back from the ad break. You join us with about 10 minutes and change to go in the third quarter of a dead heat between Death Valley and Port Innsmouth. What a throw to Goldstein, a rifle shot right out of the commercial break.
Welcome back, everyone. If you didn't see that one, it's okay, because it was really fast. A really nice play there.
Real.
From Death Valley.
I'm telling you, the release speed on Winfrey, again, it's deceptively quick, but when he uncorks one, it's there and gone in a heartbeat. It'll be a handoff this time, a little bit of a slower ball exchange this time to Antoine Goldstein, and he'll get a handful of yards out of this one.
Yeah, somehow gets it to him faster through the air than it does by handing it to him. But yeah, that's exactly Goldstein's way. You're exactly right about that.
And now they'll go single backfield, 2 wideouts left of the formation. Shifting is Winfrey, dialing is Winfrey. Oh, a little miscommunication there with John Turco.
Winfrey looking downfield a little bit more here in the second half, seeing a bit more of that open up.
And they'll bring a third wide receiver into the equation here. 3rd down and 6. A deep drop back for Winfrey. All day to get it out to Billy Breen. And Billy Breen puts the motor on and gets it to the 20.
Yeah, no, there was nobody there. Billy Breen was wide open, wide open. I wonder if somebody got pulled off in sort of a rub move or a screen. Looks like 2 crossing routes there, maybe left Billy Breen without a defender anywhere close.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a double up on John Turco, and they just make him pay for it. They'll keep the formation here with a fresh set of downs on the Armada 20. Winfrey drops back from center, a deep drop. Looks over the top, and he's picked off! What a great catch from Mario Lai!
Yeah, that was a fantastic play from Lai there. Maybe a touch of miscommunication. It looked like Winfrey almost thought that somebody was going to be sitting there on that route, and both guys sort of do an out and up move, and it leaves Lai with perfect position to play that ball right where he sees it. Armada taking over at a pretty crucial point in this game.
Yeah, a huge interception gets the Armada back on offense. It'll be a play action here from Hoke. Hoke with all kinds of time to dial deep, and over 3 men he completes it to Delbert Faisal, and he'll have a touchdown to show for it.
I mean, watching Courtney Hoke is like, it's sort of like a movie, isn't it? Where he just sort of like has that air about him in the pocket that you know he's able to drop it over 3 Death Valley Dinomen defenders into Delbert Faisal's hands on a perfectly thrown strike.
Even the defense is showing the hands like, what the hell just happened? What was that?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? What is there to be said? It's a perfectly thrown ball, a perfectly ran route. Just nobody there to keep up with that level of perfection.
Oh man, a 71-yard touchdown strike to Delbert Faisal. This isn't even like a movie at this point. This is shonen protagonist powers happening right now with the 11th hour superpower out of Courtney Hoke. Dinomen drive will start from their own 31, just a hair outside their own 31. 2 wideouts left of the formation. Double tight end set on the line. Hoke drops back from center. Shifts over the top. Almost had Goldstein.
Yeah, Winfrey stepping back there, uncorking one of his own, trying to find his best target on the day so far. Just unable to connect on that one.
And they'll bring Klatt into the backfield here on 2nd and 10, and they will go to Klatt. What a block pickup from Antoine Goldstein.
Yeah, both of these guys willing to do what it takes to make the other successful, and that's what makes them such a dangerous duo in this Dinomen backfield.
No question about that at all. 3rd down and 6 now for the Dinos. Winfrey drops back from center, feels the pressure, throws outside, completes it to Cole Cook, and it'll be a 1st down for Death Valley.
And again, that happens again because of a nice blitz pickup from Goldstein there, stopping the rush off the edge, able to find the loose defender. Cole Cook able to reel it in for a 1st down.
Great teamwork happening on that offensive line. Rob Dennis loses his man. Antoine Goldstein picks him up. Either way, it keeps Winfrey's jersey clean, and it gives the Dinomen a 1st down. It'll be a handoff here for Goldstein, sidling between tackles and gets a solid pickup. Jaime Ponza on the tackle.
Yeah, Ponza's looking good coming up in the open field here a bit. Goldstein, again, doing what he does best, finding space up the middle of the field.
I formation, 1 wide out to either side on 2nd and 2. Winfrey shifts outside all day to make the catch as Billy Breen, and he's inside the Armada 40.
Billy Breen, steady as ever, finding opportunities to make an impact in this game.
Steady as a rock indeed. He has been the safety valve for this Dinomen team for the better part of a year. They'll bring a 3rd wide receiver into the equation here. 2 left, 1 right. Winfrey under center. Goldstein behind him. Winfrey pressure coming. Can't get away from it. And it's another sack for Higgins.
And as much as I love the play action, that is the real downfall, is that doing that bit of trickery takes a bit of time. And sometimes if the defensive pressure is too high, you end up with an easy sack.
It takes a bit of time, and time is not always something you have. 2nd down and 14 for the Dinos. They'll hand off again for Goldstein. Goldstein rips up the middle of the field. Door gets slammed on him. Well played by Williams. Single back set here. 2 wideouts left of the formation on 3rd and 10 for the Dinos. A deep drop back from Winfrey. Winfrey shifts in the pocket, goes for a run. George Winfrey muscles across the 20, just outside the 15 when he's undercut.
Wow. I thought he was going to get sacked there for sure. The pressure was collapsing. The pocket fell apart all around him. And what does he do? He steps forward, finds the space he needs, and says, I guess I'll do it myself.
I was fully expecting George Winfrey to get run over. But he runs himself over to the 16-yard line and picks up a first down for Death Valley. They'll go under center again. 2 wideouts to the left. Goldstein the lone back. It'll be a pitch out for Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein trying to beat his man to the outside. Will just do it. First and goal, Death Valley.
Love that play call there. Get the ball out in his hands. Let him out in the open where he does his best work. And fighting for the extra yardage to gain the first down.
Phenomenal work, Antoine Goldstein. Now it'll be a first and goal for the Dinomen on the 6-I formation. Double tight end set on the line for the Dinos. A deep drop back for Winfrey all day and half the night to Goldstein for the touchdown.
Some more 31-on-31 violence there. Goldstein finding the space and just kind of outrunning his coverage there.
Oof,
nobody expected him to go all the way to the corner, and it showed.
And that was one of the more lethal abilities that Antoine Goldstein had during the season last year, was coming out of the backfield as a receiving threat.
It has been his primary use case today as well. I mean, it seems that they've found a bit of a method to get the ball in his hands in the open field frequently. Winfrey has excelled at putting the ball there in the flats, allowing Goldstein to play to his best ability.
Absolutely has done so, and we are now tied up all over again. 24-24, 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oak will take this one out of the shotgun, spread offense. He'll go to Philip Pena. Pena with some great maneuverability, only gets a short pickup, but that was some great vision from the kid.
Yeah, fought his way forward for a tough couple of yards. I mean, the hardest 2 yards he's fought for all day, and it was still really well done.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff. 3 wide receiver set. They'll go to Pena again. A little bit of a sidestep out of Mark Hall, and look at, oh my goodness, Philip Pena is putting on a masterclass.
Yeah, it's just one of those instances where a guy just doesn't stop moving his legs upon that first contact. He's just powering through anything that's been thrown at him so far.
And that will get you more than you think in the game of football. If you just keep the legs churning, good stuff will happen. A completed pass here on a first down to Scott Hodges, the fullback, his first time getting his name called today.
Yeah, I love to see the ball being spread around. Hodges runs a nice little outside-in route, and Oak finds him open.
It's a fascinating thing because we saw almost nothing of Scott Hodges at the game last week against the Sea Raptors. And to see him brought in here is kind of a nice touch on this Armada offense. And speaking of a nice touch, a bullet throw to Netherton.
Wow, what a throw there. And I love the throw and catch. You mentioned the touch as far as being able to accommodate the skill sets of the players there. It shows a great deal of self-awareness from Port Innsmouth in the way that this offense is structured.
3 wide receiver set here. Hoke out of the shotgun. He's got Pena with him. It'll be a play action, a quick throw over the middle, and they're going back to this drag route underneath with Kendall Bauer.
Interesting to see the drag route and the play action play out simultaneously there. Typically, you're dragging linebackers down the field toward the line of scrimmage when you play action, and that is sort of the territory that drag route goes on.
Handoff here for Philip Pena, and there was about 3 different Dinomen in the backfield, but Mark Hall is the one that gets the bite.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication from the offensive line there, not knowing who's who in coverage.
Single back set here. Hoke back under center on 3rd down and 9. Hoke with all kinds of time, can't find a target.
Good coverage there from Death Valley in the secondary. The defense kind of swarmed to that one.
And it will be a punt away here for the Armada. 12 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The kick is away from James Clement, and it will be a fair catch motion for John Turco. They will start the offense right where he made that grab.
This is a really important ball control drive for the Dinomen. They need to extend this drive as long as they can here.
They'll start it out of the I from the 25, and a screen pass to the outside completes to Naquan Murray. Wayne Roche blows him up a couple yards downfield.
Wayne Roche is a big fan of just shoving guys over today. I love to see that. It's very aggressive.
He is very aggressive and a phenomenal brain for the game, as you've made mention of previously. It'll go now to Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein finds a gap inside, gets a solid pickup. Jaime Panza on the tackle. This will be 3rd and short.
Yeah, Panza coming up to make this open field tackle, saving the first down, 3rd and 1.
1 yard to the line to gain on the Dinomen 34. Winfrey hands off for Goldstein, and Antoine Goldstein making everything out of that move.
Yeah, I mean, just those first 3 steps that Goldstein takes here, he's through the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3. He's 5 and 6 yards from where he received the ball. It's really, really impressive, the speed at which he can hit the hole.
Outstanding work out of Goldstein, but then again, we expected nothing less out of him. Dropping back from center is Winfrey. Rifle shot upfield, completes it to Billy Breen. I thought he was going farther with that ball.
Yeah, the way that he wound up on that one, it was a bit of an oversell for that particular pass, but gets it to Billy Breen with some efficiency.
And it is great to see Billy Breen continuing to get these great opportunities to play the ball here. Out of the eye, they will go. Double tight end set, 1 wide out at the bottom of your screen. They'll hand off for Goldstein. And Goldstein is quickly wrestled in by Nelson Garcia. Second and 5. 2 wide outs to the left. Double tight end set on the line.
Up at the bottom.
Yep, and Winfrey will go outside looking for Turco, incomplete.
Great coverage there on the defensive play. Those are the sort of plays you absolutely need your corners to make, and it was a really nice stop there.
Outstanding play. Forces 3rd down and 5 for the Dinos from the Armada 40-yard line. Single back set, 3 wideouts in the formation. They will hand off for Antoine Goldstein, and Goldstein has got a canyon to run through to pick up the first.
The run blocking is so beautiful to watch. You just see the hole open up, parting the seas before them, and Goldstein powers his way through.
Great work from a methodical and deliberate Dinomen offense. They now have a fresh set of downs on the Armada 32. 2 wideouts left of the formation. Winfrey under center. He'll have a deep drop back. Rifles one out of the slant for Antoine Goldstein again, and he is just a hair short of a touchdown.
Ooh, touchdown saving tackling there from the Armada, but again, the inability to cover the flat, and Goldstein continually punishing this defense out there, finding lots of space to run, being hit in stride by Winfrey and not forced to turn around to catch that one. Really well played.
The linebackers just cannot keep up with Antoine Goldstein. He is exploiting it for everything it's worth. I formation now for the Dinos on 1st and goal. Bouncing outside is Antoine Goldstein. A brilliant run, and the Dinomen have a touchdown.
Big patience, big IQ. Didn't see the hole he was hoping for, so he just said, I'll go over here. No worries.
And the speed to get there as soon as he saw that opening and take advantage of it.
Yeah, the ability to change direction at that speed is unbelievable.
Unreal. Extra point attempt coming up for Kenny Lopez. Kick is up and good. Dinomen now ahead, 31-24 with 8 minutes 44 to go in the final frame of our Week 2 main event.
Man, this has played out very similarly to how we sort of talked about it prior to the game, right? The Dinomen trying to set their own pace, the Armada looking to kind of scrap their offense together in a way that they can. I expected a bit more urgency out of Hoke in the last drive. Let's see if he comes up with it here.
They'll start on their own 30-yard line. Hoke coming out of the shotgun. It'll be a handoff for Philip Pena. Pena runs directly into trouble here, and he's not going to get very far at all.
I like the look on the draw play. I think it creates some cool offensive looks. I don't think that was the time or place for it there.
I formation here for the Armada. Drop back from Hoke, looks over the middle. Definitely a big miscommunication there. Not sure who he was trying to go to.
I think Whipkey was the closest guy in that area, but Whipkey wasn't where the ball went. So
yeah, he threw that about 5 yards behind him. It looks like it'll be 3rd and long now for Courtney Hoke and the Armada. It'll be a throw outside. First time we are calling Richard Picante's name today, and he's at midfield.
Yeah, Picante showing the strength on the stiff arm, fighting his way up the tightrope of the sideline for the extra yardage needed to get the first.
And he'll
down.
actually get it to the 49. That was phenomenal tightrope walking out of Picante. Now, Hoke back for the shotgun. Rifle shot at the middle. This time he'll bring Tyler Whipkey into the equation. And now it's starting to become all hands on deck for this Armada offense.
There absolutely is a need to spread the ball around that Hoke absolutely has to take care of here.
An 8-yard pickup there. It'll be a handoff for Bacanti. Richard Perryman in pursuit, but Pena will get to the line to gain first.
Yeah, Pena showing a bit of that burst out of the backfield, even in hot pursuit by the Dinomen defense, able to pick up the first down here.
And a fresh set of downs for Port Innsmouth on the Dinomen 38-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hoke shifts in the pocket, rifles one forward, swatted down by Mark Hall.
Good pressure there from the Dinomen coming off the left side. Hoke adjusts to it and is unable to reposition himself in a spot where he can get the ball out to the check down.
They will remain on the 38, 2nd and 10 for Port Innsmouth. Hoke out of the shotgun once again, 4 wide receiver set. He will hand off for Pena. Pena looked like he was going to have a lead blocker for a second, but all he gets is Newton Pittman. A 1-yard loss there, 3rd down and long. The line to gain is the 27. Hoke drops back from center, steps up in the pocket for the throw, completes it to Kendall Bauer, and he'll get just across the line.
Bauer is so good at using that first reaction, that first step. As soon as that ball gets to his hands, he's making his move for yardage. And that's one of my favorite parts of Bauer's game, is he was ready for that one. He fought to the ball, and then he's able to make that quick first reaction, that quick first step to earn the extra yardage he needs there.
Takes full advantage. So 1st and 10 now for the Armada. Hands off for Philip Pena. Pena tries to spin out of his first tackle, will not spin away from Richard Marcinkowski.
I love seeing that. Courtney Hoke went up there to get a block. He said, I'm going to go block for you, dude. He handed that ball off and went for a block, and that's aggressive.
Oh, you think this Armada team is starting to rally behind this kid as we go 2nd and 6? Hoke over the middle. Pena makes the catch, and it'll be a big first down for the Armada. You think they're rallying behind this kid at this point?
It seems like he's become the focal point of the offense in this second half, and it really has paid off so far for them. I don't see any reason for them to stop taking the ball and pounding it up the middle with Phil Pena.
Oh, keep giving Pena the rock. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Armada knocking on the door on the Dinomen 12. Hoke is drilled, but gets the ball away.
Man, the tenacity of Hoke to hang in there while the pressure's right there in his face. Takes a big hit there, able to get the ball out of his hands to avoid the sack. 2nd and 10 now. Pressure on the line from the Dinomen. Single back set for the Armada. It'll be a handoff for Pena, and Richard Perryman will get him this time. You know, that is the second time in this one we've seen a tackle in the backfield or a sack that comes off of a pretty telegraphed blitz. Hoke needs to do a better job of reading that one.
They'll go 3rd down and 12 now. Hoke drops back. All kinds of time. Looking end zone! What a great defensive play from Timothy Carr.
Wow. I mean, that was about as close as it gets, and Timothy Carr makes the play he needs to make to keep this to a field goal attempt.
Crispin lining up for the field goal. Kick is on the way, and it is good. The deficit is 4. But the Dinomen are getting the ball back with 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. And this is one of the best clock management teams in the Vtuber Football League.
Exactly where they want to be, with the lead, ball in their hands, less than 4 minutes. That is where the Dinomen excel.
The Apex Predators, exactly where they want to be. Dinomen looking for the kill here with 3:20 to go. Turco. A little bit of traffic at the 30. He'll muscle it to the 31. And we'll see what the Dinomen offensive plan is here in the closing minutes of this game. Single back set, 3 wide receivers for Winfrey. Winfrey dials up. Great catch on the outside. Naquan Murray.
Yeah, that's fantastic IQ. Coming from Winfrey there. He sees the man coverage. He sees his number 1 receiver lined up on the far side with 1 guy to beat. And he says, I'm going to put it up there and I need you to come down with it. And Naquan Murray says, yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Nyquan Murray making it happen. And now the Dinomen are 2 yards into Armada territory. Single back set here. It'll be a handoff for Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein gets blockers 15 yards upfield. And another first down for the Dinos.
The Dinos do such a good job of blocking, not only at the primary level at the line of scrimmage, but blocking down the field, catching those second and third blocks to give the extra space for Goldstein to score the first down.
It's that gritty tenacity from this Dinomen team. You don't have somebody to block here, go step up there and find somebody to hit. I formation now. There'll be a handoff for Joel Klatt. Klatt has a couple of blocks, and he'll get a good gain of about 8.
And when you can work the ball back and forth between these two guys and keep them both fresh, fresher than maybe another back in this league can be, it really makes a big difference coming down to the 2-minute warning with fresh legs behind you.
It is a revolving door in this backfield. First is Goldstein, then Klatt, then Goldstein again. And they are two completely different skill sets. Case in point as Joel Klatt puts the hammer straight to James Reitmeyer.
Love to see Klatt getting this work in short yardage. This is exactly what they bring him around for. And he pretty consistently oversteps the line that they expect him to get to.
1 minute, 45 seconds to go. Dinomen leading by 4. Single back set. Winfrey will hand off for Goldstein. Goldstein sees the lane to the outside. Jaime Panza in pursuit, and he will stop him after a gain of 7.
Goldstein making sure to initiate that contact with Panza right before he reaches the sideline so that clock does not stop.
Solid.
Forcing the timeout.
Forcing the timeout from the Armada. Smart plays. 90 seconds to go in the game. I formation here for the Dinos. They'll go to Goldstein again. Goldstein sidesteps for the end zone.
Yeah, clean running here from Goldstein for the dagger. It looks like, nobody can really get there fast enough. That linebacking core is being blocked at that immediate line of scrimmage level really effectively in the second half. Big touchdown for the Dinomen.
Huge touchdown. Extra point on the way here from Kenny Lopez. Off the post, no good. Dinomen lead by 10 with 1 minute 27 to go in our main event of week 2. Kick is away. It is a booming shot. And it will be a fair catch motion for Michael Espinosa. I couldn't tell if he was in the end zone when he made the snag on that one. And it looks like he might have.
Looks like he was.
Looks like he was. They'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Hoke out of the shotgun for wide receiver set. Loses a man off the edge, just slips out of the tackle, and he goes to Kendall Bauer for the first. That could have ended horrifically for Port Innsmouth.
It almost looked as though the blitzing party was confused that he was there so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely looked the case, and now it'll be a no-huddle offense for the Armada. A short drop back from Hoke. Steps up in the pocket, throws near sideline, completes the throw. Coming over and saying hi to the fans over on the, what is that, the port or the starboard deck?
Ooh, which I can't tell which direction we're facing. It's tough to tell on these carriers sometimes.
Yeah, I think it might be port if we're facing up the ship. Play action from Hoke here, and he's going to put it in the hands of James Wolfe. Excuse me?
James Wolfe fighting for every last yard. They're able to shed the tackler.
Yeah, phenomenal work, and they'll go 3rd and 6. The hurry-up offense continues. This is a first down conversion the Armada absolutely need. Hoke looks, swatted down in flight.
Yeah, the pressure from the Dinomen, a little too much. Looks like Hope shifting out to the side, a little bit unable to properly locate his target, and the Dinomen make a fantastic stop there.
And it will be 4th and 6. The Armada got to go for it here. 48 seconds on the clock. Single back set. Hoke back from center. Stands. Looks for options. Dials up! And he's got Robert Netherton to the house!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He had all day back there. The defense was nowhere near Hope. And when he has that time, he absolutely delivers, finding a wide open man deep down the field, beating the single man in coverage. What a throw. What a catch. Way to not buckle under the pressure there, Courtney
Absolutely. And an extra point attempt coming up for Kenneth Crispin to try and make this a 3-point difference. Kick is on the way, and it's good. And I got a sneaking suspicion we're about to see the onside kick unit coming out for Port Innsmouth.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they will indeed. This is going to be clutch moment here potentially for the Armada. Great kick away, and it'll be a fair catch motion. Nyquan Murray has it, and that may be nail, meat, coffin.
Yeah, they got to put a helmet on the football. They got to cause a turnover right now.
Some kind of turnover needs to happen. 40 seconds to go, and they'll hand it off to Joel Klatt, and Klatt runs into a brick wall. Several different wrong-colored jerseys. And the Armada will call a timeout. 30 seconds on the clock. They've still got one timeout left to burn here. Single back set. They'll go to Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein with all kinds of room to run. And Goldstein picks up a first down at the 30.
And the first down basically seals this one, folks. They should be able to run out the clock even with the timeout. Yeah. But a fantastic call here to push the ball to the outside.
Pending a miracle or a catastrophic mistake, this should be ball game for Death Valley. 25 seconds to go. The Armada burn their final timeout. I formation. A handoff for Antoine Goldstein. Goldstein, a spear tackle from Jaime Panza. Clock continues to tick.
Yeah, Panza doing everything he can there to try to generate the turnover. Goldstein, steady as ever, hangs on to that one.
2nd and 1 here. 10 seconds on the clock. It'll be another handoff for Antoine Goldstein. He is going to run this one outside. And he'll have 4 seconds left to go. I think the Dinomen have well and truly iced this one.
A gritty performance from the Dinomen down the stretch here, utilizing the strengths of their running game when it mattered most to control the clock. That's championship level football.
And they will let the clock expire. That is ball game in your main event. The Death Valley Dinomen grind out their first win of the season. 37-34 over the Port Innsmouth Armada. What a finish.